Hey friends, let's talk about empathy. What is empathy? Empathy has many different definitions, but let's stick to the basics for now. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person from their perspective. Empathy is also a skill that we can improve on no matter how old we are. Being able to empathize well with others can enhance many aspects of our lives. People feel cared for and heard when we empathize with their situations, take their perspective into consideration, and simply listen to what they're saying with our full attention. Sounds easy, right? Just pay attention and show people you care. It seems pretty simple, but oftentimes we don't even pay attention to what we are paying attention to. Most of the time, we are too focused on our surroundings, our phones, social media, or any other source that steals our attention away from the people who are right beside us. President Obama once said that the biggest deficit that we have in our society and in the world right now is an empathy deficit. We are in great need of people being able to stand in somebody else's shoes and see the world through their eyes. So how do we improve our empathy skills? Good news is that with some effort, consistency, and the right tools, we can build our empathy skills and start to see a change in our lives for the better. Because empathy can be learned and the world is in need of more empathic people, there is no better place to practice and teach empathy than in the classroom. Teachers have a big responsibility when it comes to teaching our kiddos core content such as math, science, reading, etc. But we often forget that they also teach and shape our behavior. Research supports early intervention playing a key role in producing positive outcomes in child development. In Dr. Karen Petty's Developmental Milestones of Young Children's Guide, she states that around age 2, children can identify and talk about others' feelings by naming the emotion another person may be feeling. By age 3, children begin to show perspective taking. They can point out another person's feelings and may try to offer assistance. So imagine a world where K through 5 students are taught how to empathize and better their empathy skills. Could bullying in middle and high school be reduced? After conducting a meta-analysis last year on empathy and its effects on bullying behavior, significant results showed that students who were more empathic participated less in bullying behaviors, and students who were less empathic participated more in bullying behaviors. Before we go stating that every bully in the world just lacks empathy and that's their problem, let's take a breath and remember this was the result of one meta-analysis. Even if this were the case, we know that those empathy-lacking bullies aren't hopeless. They just need a little lesson in Empathy 101 and to practice their skills. There are many different empathy-building activities you can utilize in the classroom. The jigsaw method of instruction is a great way for teachers to get their students to not only work with one another on a specific activity, but depend on one another to learn and succeed. Incorporating activities that allow students to role play as their favorite character from a book, movie, or TV show is a fun way to have students engage in perspective taking. Have your students partner up and instruct the follower of the pair to mimic the actions of the leader. Have them switch roles after a minute or two. This activity demands each person's full attention. Another fun activity includes cutting out pieces of paper in the shape of shoes and writing down different scenarios that ask students to identify the emotions of the character in the scenario and how they can help. This engages students in perspective taking. At the beginning of the day, ask your students to record on a sheet of paper how many different people they talked to that day and ask them to guess the emotion that person was feeling at the time and write that down also. This activity requires a lot of attention to complete. As we can see, a lot of these activities are fun and interactive for kids and also involve using attention and perspective taking skills. Empathy is an important skill for everyone to learn and improve on, no matter how old you are. So let's give our students the tools to become more empathic people in the future.